Alright, folks, looks like we have reached the end of the road here, is what we have reached. Finally, it looks like Dave Rubin has blocked Sam Seder on Twitter. Now, this situation has always been weird from the jump, and I'll explain to you why that is. Now, if you don't know, Dave Rubin blocks everybody on planet Earth, everyone in sight. If you say anything he doesn't like, boom, blocked, right before you know it. So, I'm sure a bunch of you guys are blocked. I mean, let me know if you're blocked on Twitter by Dave Rubin. I certainly am blocked. Although, I will indeed admit that I actually did purposefully attempt to get blocked. So I should bring that up as well, because I think that that is some pretty important information in this sort of situation, if you will. So, Mr. Sam Seder tweeted this out. He said, "It's an end of an era. Now that Dave Rubin has joined Glenn Beck's company and come out as a right-wing propagandist, he has blocked me. I was critical, but always polite with Dave. He would rudely rebut my critique in public, often TPUSA events, without actually engaging. Sad." And he posts a picture, a screenshot that is, of Mr. Dubin blocking Sam Seder over on Twitter. And I actually saw something funny. Anthony Fantano down here, he says, "Welcome to the club." Anthony Fantano, if you don't know, also got blocked by Dave Rubin. And actually, we have exclusive footage on this channel of his reaction to that. So I recommend going to check out that on the channel if you have not seen that yet. But yes, indeed, Anthony Fantano, who has like 576,000. One of the biggest clout Twitter accounts there is, honestly. He blocked him. 576,000 followers, and he blocked him. That's pretty massive, if you ask me, dude. That's pretty darn massive. So, it's pretty crazy, and he sent out another tweet here. He was responding to a guy named Hutch. I think he's a gaming YouTuber, popular gaming YouTuber, who is a progressive and a lefty. And Hutch said, "I'm honored to share this with you," and he shared the screenshot of being blocked by Mr. Rave Dubin. Sam responded to this saying, "I'm curious as to just how many people the IDW's self-appointed king of the exchange of ideas and promoter of debate has blocked on Twitter. Reply to this thread if he's blocked you. Hashtag Rubin blocked me. Hashtag Rubin report. Hashtag Dave Rubin." And just a ton of people just respond. I mean, his list is just endless of people just like, "Yeah, I got blocked," you can just see it here. It's just a ton of people just responding like, "Yep, got blocked a long time ago." So the weird portion of this is that how has Dave Rubin not blocked Sam Seder yet? Now, my guess would be he was probably attempting to try to not give Sam the attention by blocking him, and it was Sam Seder's publicly stated goal that he wanted to be blocked. It was his goal to get blocked by Dave Rubin. So it's weird because he hasn't been blocked up to now. And so he blocks everybody in sight. What he did instead was he muted Sam. He muted the phrase Sam Seder. So I think he has that muted. So I think if you just respond to something with Sam Seder, I don't think he'll see it because he has it muted, because I think you can mute keywords. And so people started doing like Sam Seder with the dollar signs instead of a regular S. Some people in the comment section of Dave Rubin's videos, they got even more clever than just the dollar signs. They started saying Yam Yeeter, Zam Zeter, just absolutely hilarious, whether it be Zam Zeter or Yam Yeeter. Say debate Yam Yeeter or debate Zam Zeter. Because I guess that Dave Rubin had blocked that same thing, debate Sam Seder, over on his YouTube channel as well. So just people sharing their stories, You know how whenever something happens, share your story of your horrible medical bills that you received. This is a situation in which it's share your story of getting blocked. So I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Let me know if you're blocked. I definitely want to know. And tell me the story behind it. Now, as I said earlier, I got blocked, but I did it on purpose. I went out and did it. And I actually regret that, because the likelihood of me making Dave Rubin videos goes down because I can't visibly see Dave Rubin's tweets because I'm blocked. So someone else will have to tweet about it, and I'll have to go out of my way to figure out what it says, or I'll have to see it on Reddit, which is like, wow, okay, I kind of maimed myself there, you know? So I think that was kind of a bad move on my part. But if you want to get blocked by him because you want the badge of honor, just respond to one of his tweets with something snarky and you'll be done, you know? Oh, I thought, you know, debate Sam Seder, or, you know, you're supposed to be the arbiter of free marketplace of ideas, you're a Coke sellout, anything like that, and you're fine. That is literally all, absolutely all that you actually need to do. Rubin, okay, he says here, because as you can see from this tweet from Sam Seder, all right, if we look at this here, he's actually spreading some fake news, unfortunately. I hate to break it to you guys, but Mr. Yam Yeater is spreading some fake news. Here he says, now that Dave Rubin has joined Glenn Beck's company, which he has, he partnered up with The Blaze, most likely because of his show failing, although it's not going to help any of his ratings at all. And he says, and came out as a right-wing propagandist. That's actually not true. And for me, the most irritating portion of Rave Rubin, okay, has always been, from day one, that he is a fraudulent dude trying to say and act as if he's left-wing when really he's a right-winger. That's why I hate Tim Pool so much. I hate grifters really more than anyone else, because you're lying, you're a con man, you're a fraud, and you're slimy, you know what I mean? It's like, it's disgusting. And it's really frustrating because the truth about Rave Rubin is he's a far-right libertarian guy. That's what he is. He's like a Milton Friedmanite. He doesn't even believe in a progressive tax rate. You know, he doesn't believe in any of that stuff. So he's literally on record saying he's not for a progressive tax rate. So he wants a flat tax. He doesn't believe... The guy doesn't believe in a minimum wage. At that point, we're not even talking about, hey, what do you think the minimum wage should be? No, now we're talking about no minimum wage. If you can, hire someone for labor for $1, fine with me. I'm a libertarian guy. I just want to make more cash. So, here's a tweet that was sent out not long ago at all. In fact, it was over on September 4th. And he said, and so it's a screenshot of a article titled from The Wrap. It says, conservative YouTuber Dave Rubin signs deal with Blaze TV. And he responds to this, continuing his grift. He says, LOL, I see the internet didn't change without me. Gay married, pro-choice, pro-legalization, for reforming prisons, for public education, and anti-foreign conflicts is now conservative. Conservative is the new liberal coming to Netflix soon. Also, I think I was 12. Okay, that's just a weird joke, creepy joke. But look, okay, none of those things really mentioned there are at all defining positions of what your overall, political leanings are. Not only that, folks, but these are all coincidentally libertarian positions. There are libertarians who are pro-choice. For example, Ayn Rand, the ultimate lunatic, furthest libertarian you could go, She was very pro-choice. She said that if you're not a defender of reproductive rights, you are not a defender of rights at all. It's almost a verbatim quote from her that I've heard. All right? Pro-legalization. That is obviously a Milton Friedman position. Hardcore libertarian. We're talking about the godfather of libertarians here. Reforming prisons, I don't know what he actually wants to do. That's usually is just like some kind of a buzzword that he's using. I don't know what he means. But many people, that goes sort of hand in hand with libertarianism as well, because you got to recall the libertarians are not big fans of the government. So, you're going to want to sort of ease up on those kinds of things. That's also a libertarian thing. For public education. He's not for public education at all, nor do I know what that means. Honestly, I really don't. And then being anti-foreign conflicts, of course, is very a libertarian position as well. So those are all positions, essentially, where libertarians and progressives usually align. So, Rand Paul and I, for example, agree on some things, right? Pretty much everything mentioned here, right? Being pro-choice, being pro-legalization, reforming, our CJ system, and being anti-foreign conflict. All those things are things that we agree on. But he's a libertarian, I'm a progressive. We're on opposite sides of the spectrum, right? So does that make Rand Paul a lefty? Is Rand Paul a left-winger? No, of course he's not. He's fundamentally a right-winger who is literally praised, the era of the Supreme Court in which they were basically, you couldn't do any sort of child labor laws or any of those kinds of stuff because of right to contract. He literally praised them, the Lochner era, he praised them. So that's how insane we're talking here. So you need to understand that these are positions. First of all, I forgot to mention, when did whether or not you're gay have anything to do with your position, with your political ideology? How does that contribute to your political ideology? What does that have to do with your political ideology? So all of a sudden now, because you're gay married, you're a lefty automatically? What? Are you insane? What are you saying, dude? That makes no sense whatsoever. So it's unfortunate I have to break to you guys that it seems to be the case that Mr. Zam's Eater here, Mr. Yam Eater, whatever you want to call him, is spreading fake news, which I think is probably not on purpose. But, obviously I'm half kidding here. But anyway, so that is the situation. I want to know your thoughts. I actually want to hear your stories. Let me know, have you been blocked by Rave Dubin? If so, how did it happen? When did it happen? What were the emotional effects on you? How did you cope with the pain? How did you survive? Just really important stuff here. So definitely let me know down below in the comment section.